Hello guys and welcome to the next episode of Hotlaps. As you can see right in front of you is the 2024 Formula 2 car, the brand new car for this season, and it'll be for many seasons ahead of us, maybe for about 5 to 6 years before we even see any kind of changes done to the car. How close can it come to the Formula 1 car? Only time will tell once we check out the car, talk about what's good, what's bad, and then stick it through a hot lap and see how it compares on the leaderboard. Let's go. So let me address the elephant in the room here. We're obviously not at Donington anymore. Now the reason for that is on the feedback I got from the last video, it makes more sense to do it on a representative track that majority of series use, including Formula 1. So the reason I picked Austria is it's similar to Donington, sharing certain characteristics across the whole circuit, and it's also another one I've got on my wall, so that also helps. And I really like the track as well. So what I have done, you're about to see the hot lap of the 2026 F1 car go round Austria just to set the benchmark lap time. That way we're caught up, and also with only the F1 26 car on the leaderboard, it was really easy to be able to just transfer that over. So here is the hot lap. So let's talk about the car we've got right in front of us today. As I said in the intro, it is the 2024 Formula 2 car. We've got the Ollie Bearman livery, which I'll mention a little bit later on. Look at that rear wing, my lord. It's very in your face. You can't really get away from it. Apart from that grey area of the rear wing, the rest of the car really is a cute little mini-sized Formula 1 car. The front wing here, as you can see, it's adorable. It looks like a real small F1 car. Really compact all the way down, and really does the job of being a feeder series, the next step into Formula 1, and they really encapsulate that really well. Now, although this is good looking, there will be obviously cars down the line which will be really ugly looking in comparison. So here we are in the pit lane in the F2 car. We're going to be running Ollie Bearman's livery for this season. Iconic looking livery, it's Prema, so it's kind of catches your eye quite often. I'm really excited to see what we can do in this car, get it out on track. I love F2. I think it's probably my favourite motorsport series if I had to go down to one. So let's crawl out of this pit lane and let's get onto the track and see what kind of things we can achieve with this car. It's going to be interesting to say the least. So at the moment I'm currently bulk recording the F2 career mode. Driving this compared to the current F2 is going to be weird. It feels really quite loose, to be fair. I mean, there's a lot of movement in it, which I noticed straight out the gates, and it feels like an abundance of grip. So obviously at the beginning of this episode I showed the hot lap by the F1 2026 car, and instantly, this isn't going to be too far away at all I don't think, it does feel a little bit slow mid-corner, and the power's a little bit slow, let's say, but overall it does feel quite similar to the current gen Formula 2 car. That gravel trap there really caught me out. I forgot that that was even there. This is going to be really interesting to see how we get on, because I feel like I'm not really pushing it. I'm braking quite late, so I'm super interested to see how we get on with this. I really am. There's quite a lot of steering lock available, which is nice. There we go, we got the slide. I'm trying to find where the edge is with this and see how far we can push this car. Definitely off throttle. It's definitely a little bit loose, which is quite nice. Representative of what an F1 car would be and should be, very similar to the 2026 car. That was quite loose. Mounted the curb or the exit. What I did notice, I've recently come back from Silverstone, the sound of the F2 car in real life has been dulled down quite a lot, which is a massive shame because they sounded amazing on the upshifts out of club. The past few years they've sounded amazing. This year they didn't sound that great, and I think you can kind of get that from how this car sounds, where it sounds just a little bit dulled out, a little bit almost drowsy, I want to say. Overall, I feel right at home. I feel comfortable in the car immediately. It just feels right. I don't know what it is. I think even in the Formula 1 games, I do prefer driving the F2 cars. I'm not sure why. Maybe that's a skill issue and I just prefer better in a slower car, but this car feels really nice. It feels exactly how I expected it to. But it's got a lot of grip on the rear. Like trying to break traction isn't easy. Like it's got a bit too much grip perhaps. It's not quite got that little punch. That is probably one of the positives to this newer gen Formula 2 car. Definitely under braking, that's where the car can definitely overtake me. This is a lot more manageable, a lot more comfortable. Getting on power is so much easier. The earlier spec of Formula 2 cars were definitely a lot more harsher, but this just kind of just sticks. Let's see if we can go back to the pits and see if there's something I'm missing, because I'm finding it hard to believe the car is this planted. So I've made a slight tweak to the diff, see if that makes a difference. TC's completely off, ABS completely off. The car is heavy, so that might help it slightly. And almost immediately I can already tell you the car is actually just crazy good. Part of me's a little bit disappointed. I would have liked it to have that kind of kick where you're kind of just teetering on the edge of traction all the time. But I feel quite self-contained and drive at a decent pace without having to worry about whoa, as he says that. Let's do a practice start and see if there's any real kick that we can do with the car. Nothing too crazy on the start. Whoa. Okay. It feels really nice, really comfortable. So I'm hoping when we do the hot lap, all the fuel's gone, the car's not as heavy, on quicker tyres, that maybe, just maybe, it'll maybe unleash itself a little bit. I guess that's the next step. Let's put it through the hot lap and see what this can do. So there we have it, guys. That is the Hotlap for the Formula 2 car around here. It managed a 1:14.2, just about 7.1 seconds off of the 2026 F1 car, which overall I don't think is that bad. Around other circuits it might be a little bit closer, obviously given the long straights here, the power deficit is quite real. Overall, really lovely car to drive. My only gripe with it is the fact that there is no real kick, no real punch under traction. It's very comfortable in that regard. But overall, I actually really do like it. It's probably one of the better cars that I've probably driven over my few years of doing sim racing and stuff like that. The creators of this car is ACFL. The link to the car, if you want to purchase it, will be in the description below. There's a few people who have made the entire 2024 F2 grid, and they've done a really good job getting everyone out there, and so quickly as well. But that's been it for me, guys. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please like, and obviously make sure to subscribe to the video. If you want to see a specific car, what car you think should be next, let me know in the comments below, and we'll get around to it, and we'll kind of see where they all stack up. That's been it for me, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.